This is a legend that will reveal to you the past of our universe in all its glory. For some, this is the telescope of a lifetime. For others, a piece of optical innovation and art. No other astronomical instrument in this class and of equal size gets closer to optical perfection than the Astrophysics 160 StarFire EDF does. Astrophysics has proudly delivered the ultimate refractor telescope in the world for imaging and visual work in the category of 6-inch instruments that will surpass all your expectations beyond your wildest dreams. Very few of these fine instruments were ever produced worldwide. While Astrophysics does not reveal production numbers, it is estimated that around 100 were ever made. The highest serial number known among the astronomical community is 99. When they rarely appear on the second-hand market, prices can fetch in between $18,000 and $21,000 US. The rings are felt-lined in order to protect the finishing of the optical tube. The holes on my D-plates did not match the ones on the 6.5-inch Astrophysics rings. In order to solve the problem, 2 sets of riser blocks were required. The rings feature a hinge assembly that includes stainless steel hardware. The Astrophysics 6.5-inch rings have been discontinued, but the cost was slightly above $450 US for the set of 2. Suitable D-plates are $123 US each. The mounting rings attach to the mounting plates and hold the optical tube assembly firmly in place. Also, each ring is supplied with a knurled and stainless steel thumb screw for closure. Three stainless steel knobs secure your hardware to the 2-inch visual back. Coatings for this instrument feature multi-layer broadband, overall transmission greater than 97%, and peak visual wavelengths. A brass locking ring prevents your 2-inch barrels from scratches and dents. The 2-inch visual back adapter is designed for critical applications and heavy loads, such as CCD cameras. It will thread to the 4 to 2.7-inch step-down adapter. Both pieces will slide into the 4-inch Astrophysics extender that you might be using, or directly into the 4-inch focuser. A 2-inch desiccant adapter is highly recommended to absorb any moisture trapped inside the optical tube, preventing internal mold growth, which is a deadly enemy of coatings and glass. It also functions as a dust cap. This particular unit is from particle wave technology and is no longer in production, but others are available from manufacturers such as Farpoint Astronomical. Replacing the desiccant silica gel packages when required is critical. Failure to do so might cost you thousands of dollars in service and shipping fees in the best case, and in the worst case, render your fine optical instrument useless. A 2-inch Astro-Physics extender, 4 inches in diameter, might be required to provide for enough travel on certain applications to reach focus. A brass locking ring is present. Two stainless steel machine thumb screws, along with a brass locking ring, will secure your accessories to the 4-inch focuser. The giant 4-inch focuser will allow you to enjoy any and all of your astronomy pursuits. Focus travel is a generous 105 millimeters or 4.1 inches. The rotatable focuser style is incorporated in its design. The captain's wheel locking collar is loosened to rotate the focuser and then tightened to lock the focuser at any chosen angle. To remove the focuser, one simply unscrews the collar completely. A locking brake is also provided in the form of a thumb screw located on the side of the focuser. It allows you to quickly change the tension when using heavier eyepieces or to completely lock the focuser, depending on the pressure exerted. The inside of the draw tube has a series of knife-edge buffles for maximum contrast. The Astro-Physics 4-inch focuser at 9.5 pounds is massive. And just to illustrate this, I will completely slide in this 2-inch diagonal. I can assure you, it's a beast. The 160 EDF comes standard with a 4-inch greaseless rack and pinion focuser, which was designed to hold all types of heavy equipment while still moving smoothly without image shift. The exceptional multi-coated triplet air-spaced Apochromat uses the latest in multi-coating technology with the highest grade of optical glass to achieve exemplary image brightness and excellent color correction. Color correction is ideal for all visual and imaging needs. The closed airspace design results in rapid cool down during nighttime temperature swings. The lens resides in a push-pull cell that maintains its collimation even under conditions of vibration during shipping or transportation. The Astrophysics 160 StarFire EDF was designed from the ground up as a brand new instrument, not a mere modification of an earlier product. Multiple buffles reduce stray light to a minimum. To take maximum advantage of your optical system's light-gathering power, it's best to choose 2-inch options when possible. This is a 2-inch Astrophysics Max Bright Diagonal with dielectric coatings. They are among the finest in the world and don't come cheap at $400 US. The theoretical resolution of this fine instrument is 0.7 arcseconds and has a magnification range from 20x to 600x. The diagonal also features a brass compression ring and slides into the 2-inch Astrophysics tube holder. Next follows the eyepiece, which will provide the magnification desired. More on this topic in my future videos. The 2-inch Teleview 21mm ethos has an astonishing field of view of 100 degrees. We will require to remove the 2-inch to 1.25" adapter reducer that was an optional accessory when purchasing the 2-inch Astrophysics Diagonal. We then gently slide in the eyepiece and lock it in place. At $1,207 Canadian dollars plus applicable 13% HST tax is an expensive piece of glass that we certainly do not want falling out while observing. At this point, we are ready for visual observation. We can achieve focus by turning the black focuser knob. A Feather Touch Micro Edge focuser provides 9:1 fine focusing when using the smaller gold knob. This is a battered 2-inch extender tube. It is threaded to accept most 2-inch astronomical filters and features a click lock system that I find to be very practical when used in the dark. On some occasions, when the focuser travel is not enough, you will then employ extenders. And as the name implies, it will extend the travel of the focuser. The extender slides into the tube holder. The rest of the optical train will follow. 2-inch diagonal and eyepiece. For land viewing, you will need a 45-degree erect prism. William Optics is a good option that will turn upside-down images right side up and give correct left to right image. The William Optics 2-inch erect prism will simply take the place of the 2-inch Astrophysics Diagonal. You will then turn to the same eyepieces used for the night sky. My favorite range of eyepieces from Teleview are 4.7mm ethos, 31mm Nagler, 13mm ethos, 11mm Apollo, 41mm Panoptic, and at last but not least, the 21mm ethos. I have others from Pentax, Teleview, and Butter in my collection. Using a binoviewer in your observing experience takes it to a whole new level using both eyes. I chose the Denkmayer 2 binoviewer system with a power switch option. Keeping both eyes open when stargazing with your telescope minimizes eye fatigue. While you need to double up on the eyepieces at double the cost, the results are outstanding and rewarding. With the power switch option, you can select from 3 different magnifications, effectively tripling your eyepieces. At $1,400 US, it's worth the investment. Each eyepiece is secured in place with a locking ring. A DPA adapter for D-style plates will allow to mount a guide scope, or in my case, a Takahashi 11x70 illuminated finder scope. The DPA clamp adapter is opened up wider than the D plate and then fit in place. Tightening the locking knob will secure the setup to the ring dovetail plate system. This particular Takahashi finder scope has been discontinued and rarely shows up for sale in the second-hand market. It is not uncommon to see the whole package, rings, illuminator, and finder listed for just under $2,000 US. The focusing mechanism is smooth, and the illuminated feature is a pleasure to use in the field, making the process of alignment so much easier. The finder scope is a key component that will allow you to locate objects in the sky and place them in the field of view of your telescope. For mounting a smaller finder scope on the telescope itself, an Astro-Physics multi-radius base for quick release finder bracket will be required. The bracket features a safety stop to prevent the finder scope from sliding off should the locking thumb screws ever become loose while observing. This is an Astro-Physics quick release finder bracket ring system, and the Takahashi 7x50 illuminated finder scope. I have a preference for finder scope bracket ring systems that offer 6 points of adjustments for more accuracy and easier aligning. These accessories will add up to another $700 US. The optics on Takahashi finder scopes are razor sharp and superb, as expected. It is my preference to install 2 of these brackets, which will provide me with the option to mount the finder scope to the left or right of the instrument. Being able to do so makes it very convenient at times. The Takahashi 7x50 illuminated finder scope is top-notch quality. Just like with the 11x70 Takahashi finder scope, the focusing is smooth. The illuminated capability is a plus and much appreciated. Next, you will need a sturdy mount. If you choose among the finest in the world, such as Astrophysics, Takahashi, or Paramount, like I did, expect to splurge $15,000 to $20,000 US. And this does not include extras, such as in the case of Astrophysics, for counterweights, polar scope, saddle, and mounting plates. Allocate an additional $3,000 to $4,000 US for all of these. For a tripod, I purchased a 10-inch portable Pier from Particle Wave Technology. I will include the link in the description for my video on this. The Nikon D810A is the best full-frame DSLR deep sky astrophotography camera out in the market that was designed exclusively to reveal the secrets of the universe and will surely take your passion for the cosmos out of this world. The image sensor in the D810A is optimized specifically for astrophotography. Its specialized image sensor is 4 times more sensitive to H-alpha red tones than an ordinary DSLR. If you wish to capture the beauty of the night sky, you will need a matching T-ring to connect your DSLR camera to the telescope and shoot at prime focus. The Nikon D810A body alone will set you back $3,800 US. Nikon has discontinued this model some time ago. In my case, I have a Nikon camera, so a Nikon T-ring will be required. Next, a photo adapter is needed. Again, I will insist in 2-inch over 1.25" if possible. Thread the Nikon T-ring to the photo adapter. William Optics makes precise and fine hardware for this application. You will then install the T-ring end that is connected to the photo adapter, just like you would install any camera lens. If you have a Nikon, like I do, match the silver or white dots and turn anti-clockwise to the 12 o'clock position until you hear a click. For removal, hold down the button that will release the lens mounting system and turn clockwise until the adapter releases. Finally, just slide the camera that now has the photo adapter mounted to the Astro-Physics 2-inch tube holder, and you're all set for taking shots of your favorite night sky target. The weight of the Astro-Physics 160 EDF optical tube alone is 30 pounds. Add another 7.5 pounds for 2 rings and 2 D-plates. The 2 sets of riser blocks are included in the 7.5 pounds. Batter planetarium filters in 2-inch are my choice for viewing planetary details, such as the polar ice caps on Mars or Jupiter's tapestry of colorful stripes and spots, the cloud bands that encircle the planet, and the cyclonic storms dotting it from pole to pole. Also Saturn with the Cassini division, and clouds that appear as faint stripes, jet streams, and storms. Both faces of these filters feature the finest 7-layer hard multi-coatings with 0.25% residual reflections. Filters, in essence, will block undesired wavelengths of light while transmitting others, resulting in views of certain details that are enhanced and of higher contrast, as you see here with this red filter. Extremely high transmissions provide maximum contrast to bring out planetary details even when smaller telescopes are used. Filters may be stacked without image degradation or ghosting in order to provide even narrower passbands. No reduction in sharpness, even at high magnifications, or when using the filter far ahead of the focal plane, as per in digital imaging, or in front of a diagonal or bino viewer. The 1200mm focal length and focal ratio of f7.5 allows a full range of eyepiece designs, from simple to complex, to produce extremely sharp planetary images. Performance has already become legendary among imagers. In addition to planetary, deep sky and photographic filters can quickly add up to many thousands of US dollars if one is not selective. Teleview, Lumicon, Batter, and Astronomical are just a few of the main players that supply exquisite filters. Oxygen 3, Ultra High Contrast, H-Beta, and Deep Sky are the most popular and useful deep sky filters if you're on a limited budget and only want to own just a handful of them. A variable polarizer filter is very useful to highlight lunar surface details. Filters can be installed at the bottom of the eyepiece barrel. But you may encounter times when the filters extend far beyond the eyepiece barrel, and when inserting the eyepiece into the diagonal, it may scratch the delicate mirror if coming into contact, should the diagonal not feature any safety stop. Filters may be installed on the threads of tube extenders, or, as I prefer, to the nosepiece of the diagonal. This last option makes it easy in the dark to switch eyepieces and use the same filter. If you are using photographic filters on a DSLR camera, then the filters will thread to the photographic adapter. Astrophysics provides for a hardwood case with gray vinyl covering and foam-lined interior to protect your instrument when in storage or transportation. A locking screw releases or locks down the dew shield. The new sliding dew cap has a built-in buffle to help prevent dew, as well as block stray light. A dew shield is not enough to protect your telescope from dew and ending your observing session. A dew heater system is required to address this very common problem, especially in winter and in sealed optical tubes, such as refractors or Schmidt-Cassegrain telescopes. We start with the power source, and I have chosen a Celestron Power Tank Lithium Pro for this purpose. It features red light for use while observing and white light for when the stargazing is over, in addition to USB ports to charge up your devices in the field. A heater band to match the width of your telescope should be placed just under the dew shield and around the location of the lens cell on the optical tube, in order to provide the best heat transmission for optimum results and to save power consumption. For the main component of this system, I chose a Kendrick Astro Instruments Premier Power Controller unit, which has many ports for additional heater bands that can be used on eyepieces, finder and auto guider systems, piggyback mounted camera with a lens, and other accessories that require to be heated. Connecting the heating band is relatively intuitive. The power is delivered from the Celestron Power Tank through a 12-volt car adapter port. A 2-inch strap is supplied so that you can attach the power tank to fit your tripod leg where it is out of the way. Kendrick humidity and temperature sensors are features included with the Kendrick Premier Controller unit for maximum efficiency use. The Astrophysics 160 EDF is a remarkable imaging instrument designed with a discerning astrophotographer in mind and equally outstanding for visual applications. This is a telescope that once was my dream, later on became an incredible achievement and a reality, with which I intend to collect photons till the end of my days. Please let me know what you think in the comments below. Wishing you clear skies. Stay tuned for my next Astro Gear video.